This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Driver San Francisco. Coming up on Destructoid, Dead Island is causing controversy, Arkham City is getting its own soundtrack, and we've got nubs for the 3DS. All this and more coming up on Destructoid. Hey there, welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville.
Not playing
Look
that
what
thing,
I
huh?
have.
Many thanks to Photograph Lane, aka Jeremy.
Jeremy Van Dyke sent us these
Yeah,
lovely things.
he sent us
I
some
now
little
have
treats.
the Boba Fett Inception of Bobble Fett
Yes.
mug. It's great.
You're being quite meta.
Probably gonna
this
fall
is a little creeper armband thing. It looks like it's handmade from somebody at Lilacs Lovables. So thank you very much for that. This is adorable. I will cherish it. Let's get into the show and stuff.
do that.
First and foremost, we want to thank everyone who tuned into our Dead Island review episode on Monday. Now that the dust has settled and the trolls have kind of retreated back into their caves, please do let us know what you thought of it and how we can improve it, because this is really the first review that
yeah.
we've done on this show, and I thought it went pretty well.
I was surprised, yeah.
Yeah, and let us know what games you want to see us review in the future, because there's some titles coming out later this
Indeed.
year.
Those are probably going to get pushed
important.
back because it's a pretty busy holiday
Yeah.
season. Money's tight, so we're probably going to, get to that later.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we've got some big news coming out of Japan. Nintendo has sort of announced a second joystick for the 3DS. This image just showed up in the latest issue of the Japanese gaming magazine Famitsu and immediately caused an uproar in the gaming community because, as we all know, the gaming community really loves uproars. Now, there have been rumors floating around that Nintendo is working on a redesign of the 3DS that adds a second circle pad, and the announcement of this otherwise ridiculous peripheral seems to support that theory. Now, I've been toying with the idea of buying a 3DS now that the price has been cut, but after seeing this weird thing that you put on your 3DS, I think I might hold out and see what Nintendo has to announce in the next few months. The nub enhancement device, which is rumored to have a trigger button as well, is only compatible with one game so far, and that is the upcoming title Monster Hunter Tri 3G. Now, speaking of titles, what a stupid title for a game. The try part is actually in parentheses there, to make it complicated. Now, dumb name aside, it does sound cool. The new game will include 12 weapon classes, underwater battles, local multiplayer, potential online components, and a new cover monster named Blackidos. I like the potential online components part. That sounds really promising.
Sounds intriguing.
Now, if you're a fan of vague announcements about handhelds from this month's Famitsu magazine, you're in luck because here's a nice pile of games that'll be coming to the PlayStation Vita. We've got Lumines, Electric Symphony, Rayman Origins, Michael Jackson, The Experience HD, Dark Quest, Sumioni, Dream Club Zero Portable, Momo Daizensu, Ragnarok Odyssey, and that's it for the time being. Now, hold on here. Lumines, Rayman, Ragnarok, and Michael Jackson all have their various respective followings, but Momo Daizensu is a mystery to me, so I did some internet research, and I found the official website and was greeted by being shouted at in Japanese by a bunch of anime girls.
萌え萌え大戦争現代版好評発売中よもちろんご存知ですよねまだ買っていないという人は
Yeah, I don't know what they're saying. I don't know. It's great. I don't know. But the music kept going. I left it on. Tara, did you hear the music?
Yeah,
it was great.
I heard the music.
Makes fucking Nyan Cat sound like a bunch of weird gibberish, man.
Yeah, I can't say it's good music.
It's a jam. What are you talking about? Anyway, we should have more detailed news on upcoming PS Vita games as the Tokyo Game Show gets closer. It's rumored that they're going to be announcing as many as 40 games, which should be exciting.
I'm pretty excited about that nub enhancement. No, actually though, it seems kind of cool. It makes me wonder if maybe they'll make another round of 3DSs with the actual nub installed and charge more for them.
I hope they make a third nub, like on the N64,
Like a joystick
so you
type?
really don't know where to hold
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That would be nice. So, it wouldn't be a Wednesday without some type of controversy in the video game industry, and fortunately we have just that for you. Techland accidentally uploaded a broken dev build of Dead Island to Steam, and a bunch of people downloaded. Yeah, anybody who downloaded the game early on Steam got a developer's build of the Xbox 360 port, which basically allowed the game to essentially be hacked in one keystroke. And I use air quotes when I'm saying hacked because although it doesn't let you be malicious or anything like you would normally assume from the word hack, you can do some pretty hilarious stuff, like walk off the edge of an island, for instance, if you wanted to, or you can view yourself in the third person like this person did and then be completely and utterly horrified because, oh my God, what is that awful creature? Jesus Christ, when she runs, it's like she looks like a friggin' necromorph from behind.
An orangutan on Dead Island.
This game just got way scarier. Anyway, the proper version of the PC game is up on Steam now, and Deep Silver has apologized for all of the problems that the game has had since it launched, including its enormous day one patch that basically fixed its laundry list of bugs. They also said that people who downloaded the broken version of the game will be getting a makeup treat sometime in the near future. They didn't say what it was, but I hope it's candy.
I hope that, I want to download me some paydays.
Yeah.
Not really, I don't like peanuts. Ugh, no. Okay, now, presumably, Devil May Cry fans are eagerly looking forward to DMC, the newest game in the series. Now, if they're not for whatever, haircut-related reasons, then they're probably going to be happy to know that there is the possibility of an HD remastering of the earlier games. Now, the ESRB, those guys who get to play the cool, violent games before anyone else, even though they don't actually like the cool, violent games, recently rated the PS2 versions of the first 3 Devil May Cry games, except on 360 and PS3. Now, considering how many other HD re-releases we're seeing these days, we've got, Eco, Shadow of the Colossus, God of War, Metal Gear Solid, it's really not a huge surprise we'd see another one. Also, it is the 10th anniversary of the Devil May Cry series, which means that it's been a decade since I was sitting in 10th grade study hall listening to my friend Matt Mullen tell me about how awesome Devil May Cry is. I'm getting old! I'm so old! I'm old!
I'm older than you, Max.
Tara! I'm gonna look for gray hairs and crow's feet. Could you read a word from our sponsor?
One right there.
Stop! No!
The guys who brought you Driver and Driver 2 are back with their newest Driver game, set in San Francisco of all places, the first game in the franchise to be published by Ubisoft. Now, San Francisco is obviously one of the coolest cities in the world, so it makes perfect sense for the team at Driver to bring their open world expertise here. There are over 200 miles of drivable roads in the game, and its representations of San Francisco landmarks are scarily accurate. For instance, you can crash a car through the Ferry Building, speed by the Transamerica Building, or ram a truck off the Golden Gate Bridge. Speaking of cars, the Driver series is known for its classic muscle car. So along with your standard array of over 120 licensed vehicles comes a 1968 Mustang GT Fastback, the 1974 Gran Torino, or the 70 Chevelle SS. They've even recreated the infamous garage training mission from Driver 1. So if you want to unlock it, just find a DeLorean in the game, shift into it, and then get it up to 88 miles per hour. More news. We are entering week 3 of Sony's new PSN Play program, and this week's release is Blood Rain Betrayal. If you caught Mash Tactics yesterday, then you've probably seen the game already. John Carnage and Pico Mouse were there playing it, along with special internet guest Paul Crick, who I'm a big fan of, actually. Funny guy. If you haven't heard of the game, it's the third one in the Blood Rain series. The first 2 were developed by Terminal Reality and were third-person action-adventure games. This game, on the other hand, taking a completely different direction. It was developed by WayForward, and it's a 2D side-scrolling platformer, kind of reminiscent of the old Castlevania games, which, if you're a fan of those, should be exciting. I am. It's available for download right now for $14.99 on PlayStation Network, or 20% off if you're a PS Plus subscriber. And if you buy it on PSN, you get a special item for your avatar and an exclusive PS3 theme to go with it. Also, friendly reminder, I know I've said this before, but bears repeating, if you buy all 4 of the PSN Play games by September 19th, you get a free copy of Payday the Heist, which goes on pre-order starting the next day, and I do believe that game actually officially comes out on October 4th. Super fun. So
I like that Payday because it does not have peanuts in it. That's fun.
Excellent.
It has robbers, which I like better than peanuts.
This joke has come full circle. I like it.
It's like the Force. Anyway, I've got a little bit of news about Batman Arkham City. It looks like the upcoming Batman simulator will include a new Game Plus mode. The mode is unlocked when you complete the game in normal or higher difficulty, and you get to retain your gadgets, experience points, and upgrades, except the enemies will be stronger, and when you're brawling with thugs, there will be no little indicator telling you when you're supposed to counter their moves. Now, I wasn't done making fun of things, so we've got a little bit of news about the Arkham City soundtrack.
Oh, this will be good.
Okay, guys, if there's one thing I think of when I think of Batman, taking to the streets and waging a one-man war on crime to avenge the death of his parents, it's American Idol semifinalist Chris Daughtry. Now, Daughtry's main contribution to the soundtrack, aside from the fact that he only has hair below his lip, will be his song "Drown in You." Some of the other artists contributing include Panic at the Disco, Coheed and Cambria, the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, and the Boxer Rebellion. The soundtrack's going to release October 4th, 2 weeks before the game, and the Arkham City Collector's Edition will include a code for free download. I could not be less excited for the soundtrack because of the glaring omission of Seal's A Kiss from a Rose, which was the love theme from Batman Forever and is probably the best R&B song I've ever associated with crime fighting.
Or anything, really.
Yeah, it's a jam. Seriously, Rocksteady, I mean, your game is fun, but you fucked up not putting Seal on your soundtrack, because that's my jam.
I have some beef with this, actually. Like, Panic at the Disco? Really?
Yeah.
It's like they went into a Sanrio Surprises store and, like, picked a random 8-year-old girl and were like, hey, design a soundtrack for this game.
Hey, 12-year-old girl, what do you like to listen to? Do you like Bat? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, all it needs is a song from the Black Veil Brides or Tokyo Hotel or something.
I don't even know them. I just want to listen to Seal. What's the problem?
I understand you're paying max. I, too, want to listen to Seal. Before we go, let's mention the thing that we were going to mention.
Oh.
You know, that thing?
The thing,
right?
yes.
I actually am going to be on Anthony Carboni's new show. I don't know if you guys know about his new show. It's called New Challenger. Basically, he does a review of a video game that's coming out, and then somebody else goes on to review his review. And tomorrow I'm going to be on there talking about Dead Island, which, if you're not completely sick of hearing about yet, you should tune in. Anthony is currently soliciting questions over at facebook.com/newchallengershow. So if you've ever had any burning questions for me, now's the time. And that's it.
That's it for today's show. Just a reminder, we're going to be doing a live show again on Friday. It happens right here, youtube.com/dtoid at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, and we're going to be giving away some Transformers mice.
Yeah.
Not like actual mice, but like computer mice.
We may have some real live mice in the studio.
Yeah,
I haven't
we're having
worked out
some
the kinks yet,
Micepticons.
All right. Okay, tune in for
Have a good night,
that. We'll
guys.
see you guys on Friday.